What's up, people? On this episode of Where the Hell Am I At? Well, you gotta guess where I'm at, okay? I'm somewhere, and I know they're gonna say, "Oh, you're in the what you call?" But do you know what streets I'm on? Do you know what streets I'm on? Let's look this up. Right up there, you got your Trinity Church, okay? And right here was the first White House. They doing construction. Big old George up there. You know, back in the days, these steps here, before the tourists and all this, it came back in the 80s. It would be full with messengers just sitting there at lunch break. And over here, you got your, whatever you want to call it. Y'all supposed to be guessing what street I'm on. And put it this way, I want it as the corner. What two streets am I standing on? Now, this building right here used to be the Oyster House. It was black owned. I think his name was Thomas Gooden or something like that. But he was the oyster man here. He sold oysters for years, and when he died, his sons took over. So a very prominent person. But can you tell me, where the hell am I at? But here's something personal thing goes on here for me. On this street, oh my God, this street. Let me tell you about this street. This is where I met Baby Mussolini, nicknamed Baby Hitler, because they used to get mad and shit. They would stomp their feet and hands be flinging. And I met him in this one building, which will be 37 up here. I don't know if I might run over a little bit. I met them in 37 on this street. And they were going up the steps. I was going down the steps with my boy. And I just said, "Hey, how you doing?" And it was like, "Hello." And next thing you know, that was the end of that. Next 26 years. It goes back a long time. And then you look over here, Trump's building now. Jeez. They can get it. I got the track on. This used to be 40. Now, I remember some dude was trying to hit on her, and she was like getting mad at her and everything else. So we went in this building. He was doing the delivery. Next thing you know, bang, zoom. Without one word being said, I just beat the shit out of him. No, that ain't no lie. Hey, I have him in a headlock, and I'm beating. And next thing I know, I see these white Nikes come kick in, and next thing you know, they swinging because they got the dude in the headlock talking about, I'm like, who the hell is this? I realize it's her. Baby Hitler, Baby Mussolini. She in there swinging. We leave the place, and this is how I got my nickname, which is called Brooklyn Kid. The dude used to have a chain that had like a medallion on it that said Brooklyn Kid. True story. How did I become Brooklyn Kid? She snatched the chain in the fight. Typical Brooklyn female. She really snatched his chain. My bold ass turned around and took the medallion. When she gave it to me, you had the rope earrings, the gold rope earrings? Well, I put the gold rope earring, I put the medallion in the gold rope earring and wore it in my ear. So when the motherfucker walked past me, he got to see his thing say Brooklyn Kid. Never said nothing, never tried to get it back, nothing. Because the ass was good. But one thing I could say about down here, if you worked down here, it was mostly messengers. You didn't have you had your tourists, but it wasn't that bad. After 9/11 it was. But you had mostly your tourists. And now, but back then, it was all messengers. Either you worked for Interim or you worked for Bullet. And you got to work in these brokerage houses. And if these brokerage houses liked you, they hired you. But otherwise, you was an interim when you first walked in there. But after that, you became a regular employee. But one thing I can say, we were all like family down here. If you had a fight down here, by the time you got back to the brokerage house, they knew about it. If you lost, you got fired. If you didn't lose, oh yeah, they kept your ass. No lie. But I bet you if somebody said, hey, baby Mussolini, he talking about you, she'll add some stories to this. Boy, she will add some stories. But take one more look. Where the hell am I? On what streets? Okay? What streets? And remember, this was the Oyster House. Oh, almost gave that away. But what streets? What streets? And there's the first White House. So I'm gonna get ready to get off of here. I ran a little bit long, but like I said, you guys